Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Starladder Season 8, final day of group stage action. I'm LDB on the summit. I did miss the first game today. I failed horribly. K-Pop Toasters got in last night. We had a late night and I overslept. So my apologies for that, but congratulations to Navi. They are guaranteed now to go to the LAN finals. So we have our final 4 teams. Cyborg Matt did just post an article about it, but with all the introduction out of the way, we have 3 games left for you guys today. Flipside versus OSG will be the first. And I am joined today by none other than Pyrian Flax and both baby Flaxes. P-Flax, man. It's been a while.
It has. Can you hear me, LD?
Yeah, you sound a little distant. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Let me try turning it up. How's that? A little louder. A little louder.
A little louder.
A little louder. Okay, here we go. Hold on. How's that? That's maximum volume, dude.
Okay.
That's loud as heck.
Okay.
In my opinion.
If people think it's too loud, let me know. We are on 2 minutes delay here, but man, it's been a hot minute, P-Flex.
It has.
You've been streaming a lot. Haven't seen you much casting though since Stream League. So how's it been?
It's been good. I've turned it up there. That should be better. Okay. Yeah, it's been great. I haven't cast that much. Obviously, you and I haven't cast. God, it must be
like 6 months or something.
Yeah, it must be 6 months to a year. It feels like it's been a hell of a long time. But anyway, yeah.
Probably not a year.
I don't know, dude. I reckon it could be.
It's like a Dota year, right? Like every few months is a Dota year.
It's like feels like a year. Yeah, I'm sure we cast before. So yeah, okay. I've been playing a hell of a lot of Dota, LD. I recently passed 2,000 games. I'm doing the A to Z challenge, and I'm up to S. So I've been motoring along with that. So yeah, I have been super busy.
How many do you have left?
Let me have a little look. See here. I'm on. Let me bring up. I've got like a list of all the heroes. I'm on Starladder right at the moment. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26 heroes to go. And then I will have completed the A to Z. Yeah. And I started it on like the start of December. So it's taken much less time than I thought it would take. But
what's been the hardest hero so far, if you don't mind me asking?
No, well, the obvious answer, I mean, Meepo was very, very difficult. I almost gave up. Draskell actually came in and coached me, which sort of helped. But Dragon Knight was the one who took the longest, believe it or not. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, he's not even that difficult, but I just couldn't.
You just had a run of bad games, or
yeah. Also, when I go mid, it tends to fall apart. Like that's generally the rule. If I go mid, game was good, right? It's sort of you know it's done. So I've started taking the heroes to the off lane. Like I played my Shadow Fiend game, that was good.
Off lane Shadow Fiend?
Yeah, no, sorry, safe lane.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've been doing all kinds of funny stuff with my man Shane, who's been casting a lot. Don't know if you've met Shane actually. He's a really funny guy. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun.
Man, I'm jelly. I have not been playing much Dota myself lately, but actually,
how many hours a day do you cast, LD? Because it seems to be like 28 hours a day.
I have not cast much the past month.
You haven't cast much today, have you? I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah, a little sleepy peepee. What happened? You just didn't wake up?
So K-Pop Toasters got in yesterday, and you know, we drank a little bit, and mostly I just forgot that I was casting this morning. So fortunately, Merlini happened to be awake, and I guess somebody messaged him on Skype, and so he came and woke me up. But it's the good thing about having roommates, I guess.
Indeed. Apparently, I'm super loud. You're the only one who says I'm too loud.
Okay, so it was just my audio, I guess. So yeah, turn it back down a bit then.
Yeah. Yeah, so look at this. Bane Mirana, right out of the bat, they picked a lane that I've actually played in this lane a bunch of times and against it. It seems to me that you see in the pub scene Mirana or Pudge in pretty much every damn game. Not even the Spirits so much. When they first came out, it was like Spirit Week, and it was just Earth, Ember, and the other one, Storm, in every single game.
Yeah, it's still Earth Spirit in every single game, at least in Ranked, but
yeah, Ranked, yeah.
That hero's not fun. But I like Ember Spirit a lot. I actually hope we get to see him in competitive. He's like he's not actually. I don't think he's that good of a hero, but he's just really fun to play. And if you get it, I guess you did him in the challenge, right? So
I did.
Did you like have like a really good game on him, or?
I had my best game ever, and I'm not even kidding. First time I played him, it was the first time I'd ever played him, and I went like 17-0-20 or something stupid like that. I posted a video of it. It was just I was like a god. I could not be killed. And I thought this might be my hero. It was amazing.
Dude, that hero does so much damage if you get enough items. I once had I had one game when I played him shortly after it came out, because you know when like a new hero comes out, nobody understands how the hero works. Especially if it's one that, like, you know, is not like a popular pick in Dota 1. which he definitely was not at all. I got like 3 or 4 items, and my team was losing by like 30k gold, but just had one good crit when I was doing the Omni Slash thing, and yeah, that's a lot of damage. So
okay, are you listening to me through the in-game? You shouldn't be, because I put the
no, I'm not. But some people are saying that your audio's messed up in Dota TV, so
yeah, I don't know what's. I can see the little bar; it's moving up and down. I'm not sure what that is. So I've got it all set up right. It should be fine. It's not bouncing very high. It's a little quieter than normal. I'm not sure why that should be.
Okay.
Yeah. Strange.
So we should talk about this game a little bit. I guess Flipside RU versus OSG. You mentioned the Bane Mirana, very strong combo. And Flipside going for the Elder Titan, Crystal Maiden, Luna. So pretty scary team fight. They have a nice aura stack with Natural Order and just the Luna's damage. So their team fight's pretty scary, but they are rather vulnerable to this Bane Mirana initiation. And then you throw a Storm of Prophet on top of it. So OSG is going to be... They're going to be balling out of control, man. They're going to be all over the place. If she catches
someone, they're in trouble. I mean, the thing I would say about Crystal Maiden is that I've had a lot of conversations with people who are saying, why is Crystal Maiden wrong? And aren't there other supports? Like, I was playing Shadow Shaman. He's a lot of fun. Why is Crystal Maiden seen as more of a viable pick than Shadow Shaman? The thing with Crystal Maiden, I think, is apart from the fact that she can jungle, is that she's got good spells right from the get-go. And her mana aura thing is ridiculously powerful. Like, if you think about the fact that gives heroes who might otherwise have mana trouble, they can just spam their stuff so early in the game.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I think
it's really good with
that's like the main thing.
It's really good with like Elder Titan. Luna doesn't really need the mana, so I don't think Luna's a particularly good partner. Now, here's an interesting pick. Well, I mean, they're still good partners, but not because of the aura.
Right.
Silencer from OSG. I feel mostly just designed to counter the Storm Spirit pick. That's generally why you go Silencer here, but I assume a support Silencer. Now, I don't know. The problem with support Silencer is he often just feeds and feels useless if he has a bad start. Like, he's not a good comeback support. He obviously doesn't offer you any lockdown at all until level 6. I mean, you get that silence from, what's it called? The Last Word. The new Last Word. But it's kind of underwhelming. But if he has a good start, they could just run a trade on the Storm or look to. But, I mean, they're still lacking lockdown. Like, you can't count on Global Silence to lock down a Storm. It's got a 3-minute cooldown, so not something you want to have to rely on every time.
I find Silencer to be quite... he was interesting. If he started to snowball, or your team was doing well, the damage he does, it gets crazy good. And as you say, his silence is good, but he was kind of weird because he doesn't feel like he should be... I wasn't quite sure how to play him. I mean, obviously, his whole thing is he's a right clicker, right? But like he's listed in here as support, carry, initiator. I mean, that's kind of a weird combination of things that he can play as. So yeah, it was kind of weird, but he was okay.
That's a really good point. That's a very odd combo. I don't know if I've ever seen that on any other support, carry, initiator. Maybe Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist would probably get those 3, but
probably.
It's like, I don't know. That's the thing with Silencer is he's just not the... Like, he's an okay 1v1 hero, but, like, if you really want somebody to fill that role, you're better off picking, say, an OD, who carries a lot harder and also has a bigger presence in the 1v1 matchups, and I don't know. He's pretty gankable, the Silencer. Even with Global, it's not always going to be up, and we'll round it out with a Magnus here. So Flipside going for, like, that ultra-late game, just Death Ball. Luna, Elder Titan, Magnus. It's like if you ever played StarCraft, it's just like the A-click lineup if you get to the late game. But we'll have to see if they
I mean, I guess RP to Elder Titan Stomp and all that is pretty strong. And then, Luna's damage, of course, and it's Crystal Maiden ult with the silence on top. So that is pretty good team fight. But I like OSG's team as well. I think I like to have lots and lots of stuns. I often find when we're in a game and it's not going well, and I think, I wonder why we're losing all these team fights. And you look at your team and think, oh, we've got like no stuns. We've got slows, or maybe if you use an ult, you've got a stun. But look at the stuns they've got. You've got Lion's got 2, Bane's got basically 1 plus his ult, Storm Spirit Tether, you've got Mirana Arrow, and you've got the trees. So they've got lots and lots of lockdown. I like to have a lot of lockdown.
Yeah, and I think the issue here for Flipside is they have some lockdown, but it's very long cooldown ultimates, right? Global Silence is really long cooldown. Crystal Bane and Frostbite is okay, but it doesn't stop Storm from being able to zip. Mirana can still leap, although she is still frostbitten when doing so. And if they get BKBs, then it's just RP and Global. So Flipside, I feel like it's just the harder lineup to execute, right? They need to hit their big ults, and if they miss them, they can do nothing. Like, they don't have a good ganking lineup outside of, like, a Blink RP or a Global into a Crystal Maiden Frostbite follow-up. So, Flipside, just to me, the more difficult lineup to execute. I'd rather have OSG's draft overall, but Flipside do have the Death Ball. So, if they have a good start, if they get an early Blink, then it could definitely go their way, but very snowbally type of lineup.
And the other thing is you're up against, I don't know, what is OSG, is that their team? OSG?
Yes.
What's the name of their team?
Osliki Gaming, I believe.
Osliki, okay.
I'm almost sure I'm butchering that pronunciation.
But I mean, if you're looking to get to the late game and you need heroes to get farm and stuff, look at OSG's lineup. That is a terrifying series of ganks right there. You've got Nature's Prophet can TP in on anything that you want. Plus, you got Mirana's ult, and her arrows are just nightmarish. Lion can gank really well. Bane can gank well. Storm Spirit, it's like Gank City.
I thought you were talking about Bane when you said nightmarish, and I was about to commend you on your pun, but...
oh god, I wish I was that smart, LD. God damn.
Oh my god, we were talking about sexy bamboo yesterday, and I said something like, oh god, I forget what the conversation was, but at some point I said bamboozled. And, like, it was in reference to something he had been doing, or, you know, something he does in general. And I didn't even realize what I had done. And really, he just started cracking up. I was like, yeah, I totally meant to do that, guys, I swear. But
yeah, seriously.
I definitely, it was one of those, like, I said it, and I didn't even know what I had done. But it was a good moment anyway.
Too smart for your own good.
No, not smart enough for my own good to realize I'd made such a good comment. But
by the way, look at this. By the way, Mirana is level 2, and according to my readings, Captain, she hasn't leveled up a single spell yet. So Bane was doing some serious work on Magnus. He is not having a fun time mid here.
Yeah, I mean, and with the Bane here, she probably doesn't need to level Leap, but I imagine was just considering maybe getting an early point Starfall if they got to sleep into Arrow and give you a little extra burst for the first blood. But truth be told, level 1 Starfall is pretty ass, so generally you're not going to rely on it, but once in a while it can be the difference maker. And we're going to see a courier snipe attempt mid from Book. But I don't think they're sending that courier out anytime soon. In fact... oh, that's a spectator playing... Are you still there?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, my internet was all kind of funky for a second.
No, it's okay.
The call quality's degraded. Crystal Maiden is here. My friend Shane likes to do this a lot. She's in here waiting for that courier to come by with a bottle.
You know what the next level courier snipe strat is you can TP, if you look at the Radiant Fountain, like right next to it, you could TP in here, drop a ward in their well, and then whenever the courier leaves the base, you can just come in and kill it. Because like you'll see it walking out of the base and... yeah, TP.
Here we go. Look. She's gonna get it. She's gonna get it with the bottle on.
Nah.
She should have waited for the empty bottle. One more shot. Yeah, buddy. That is a dead courier.
Man, you never see that nowadays. Now the arrow's gonna fly. It is a courier kill, but it'll be a first blood going the other way. So, is it worth it? I would say so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was a full bottle, and now you've got 2.5 minutes with no bottle. Magnus can get a little bit of farm. He's got his bottle. He's gonna have a slightly funner time. But with this Bane here, I still don't think it's gonna be that much fun for him.
Yeah, they could. If Mirana has Starfall, they could still kill him potentially. But without the bottle, she's not gonna have mana. So they could sleep Arrow, but I don't think they actually have the damage. Only level 2 Bane. He hasn't gone for any points of Brain Sap yet, so the burst damage is a bit lacking here. So. Nice courier kill, and the dual lane mid is shutting down the Magnus's farm a bit, but like you said, with Bottle, he can just Bottle Crow, spam out the waves, and even if you get enfeebled, you're still going to be able to CS with Shockwaves, so not really the most effective dual lane.
I think that like the Bane Arrow, like you said, they won't have the damage. Because he's always going to have mana with the Bottle, because he's always going to have mana, he can skewer out as soon as a Nightmare Arrow is down and hopefully survive.
Yeah, and he's tanky. Magnus has 5 base armor and pretty good strength gain, so he's a very tough cookie to crack. That's not even a thing, is it? tough nut to...
pure beef.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra beef.
What, beef?
There you go. More beef, please.
Crack that beef.
I was watching the Give Me Mana video again.
Oh, yeah.
On a totally unrelated note.
A classic.
It's so good. You know, I actually never saw that video until like a week ago.
Right.
Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Which was like a few months behind schedule.
It's funny because I find that most people's experience of Dota is solo queuing, or just queuing with like one person, right? So the experience that I have of Dota and the experience that most people have of Dota, like I hardly ever have like teammates who don't listen or are really abusive or unpleasant or whatever. Like for me, more often there's another killer CM. Bane just running at me. He's got that hatred.
He's strutting up.
He is angry. He's like the alien from the Alien movie.
Yeah, being a CM is not very fun when you're against a hero like Bane, because he's got really good base stats and like generally is quite a scary just right-click support compared to most. But I actually solo queue a lot. I find it personally I find it very therapeutic because like you don't have to like care or worry about your performance in the game. I mean, not that I generally do too much anyway, but you know, when you're pubbing with people you don't know, it's just like, yeah, you know, if you have a bad game, you have a bad game. Whereas I feel like more pressure to like perform when I'm with my friends because I don't want to, you know, fuck them over or waste their time.
Right.
So
yep, you don't want to
I actually like solo queuing a lot, and you can experiment more and just not worry about the results as much. Personally,
but I mean, I think probably less than 1% of my games have been solo queue. Like really, just hardly any. I generally always find someone or like a group who are playing, and because I play sort of at a mixture of times, I've either got GMT people or CET people or EST or whatever the other American time zones are. Sort of people. There's always people
all the
on.
acronyms. For
all the time-related acronyms. I'm all about it. So I always have groups. Because whenever I do solo queue, it's like miserable, right? Oh man, they killed the Titan.
Yeah, I literally just caught his body hitting the deck. So my apologies there, guys. But looks like a Hex into an Impale, and you can do the math from there. Storm actually only going for the 2 points in Electric Vortex, but with all the lockdown from Lion, they probably don't need the 3 points early on. Generally, if you're playing Storm and you're going for like the hero killing build. Which is usually what you want to go for on him. You get 3 points Electric Vortex, then Max Overload, and just get 1 in Static Remnant. On paper, it's the best, like, it's the most mana efficient for your damage output, and when you pull somebody with the level 3 pull, you'll actually be able to pull them into generally you'll be able to pull them into a Static Remnant, like 9 times out of 10, I would say. Like, you can pull them and then drop one and they'll hit it, so, or drop one and then pull them and it'll hit them,
right.
So.
I got a question for you, LD.
Yeah, go ahead.
These range creeps, right? The range creeps have 500 mana. Those range creeps almost have as much mana as Storm Spirit does. What the hell do they use it for? They don't cast spells. They don't have a single spell to cast.
I think it's one of those just Warcraft 3 things where the unit they were based on had mana, so they started with mana. That's like one where I'd have to legitimately ask Ice Frog, because I could not tell you. Right. But now that they've had mana, and like in fact some heroes are kind of balanced around it, like for example Anti-Mage.
Like Lion.
Yeah, like
Lion. I mean, you know, the sucking them off and all that. Yeah, you've got to have that.
Sucking them off and all that. But yeah, like Anti-Mage, for example, it's really easy to last hit the range creeps once you get at least 1 point in mana burn. So, like it's one of those things that started off as like a random mechanic, I imagine, but actually has significant balance implications at this point. So
that for me is one of my favorite things about Dota. Actually, is the little oddities and sort of hangovers, if you like, from when it was a different game, and it's weird. It's led to all kinds of funky stuff. It's cool. It's made it unique. Bane is looking for this deny on this top tower. He's going to have to deny past 3. He can't get this. This would be the bravest deny in history.
I mean, if they Lucent beam him into a Nova, he's going to die. So, and Lucent beam is really long range, but you know, it's still kind of a sad lineup. Like most supports standing in the lane there, like that any tri-lane could go and kill him. Sleep?
Oh,
nope,
wow.
No sleep. He can get off a Brain Sap here? Nope. Can't get off a Brain Sap. But, I mean, that's an RP and 4 heroes top to kill a support Bane, so... Well, I wouldn't say it's the biggest loss here for OSG.
That's true. And now Morana's got a DD. She's got Midas. How many people are going to get Midases in this game? For a while, that was like all everybody did was just Midases. I'm kind of glad that time is not quite still with us. It's pretty depressing.
Yeah, those were dark times. And the funny thing is, it's still this, like, it got nerfed slightly in terms of the gold cost, being 150 more expensive, but I don't think that's why we're seeing less of it. I think it's much more just that teams have figured out better how to punish Midas gaming.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are times where it's still a good item, but it's no longer, like... And it's also just, you know, a lot of it's just Dota is such a trendy game. Like, if other good teams are doing something, you will literally see teams just copy them. Like, DK was doing Tiny Wisp, so like IG just started running it, and actually did not execute it nearly as well as DK. But yeah, it's just Dota's like such a copycat kind of game, which it can be annoying at times when a strat you don't like gets popular, because then everyone starts running it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the thing is, if you think about it, the reward is there for people to try new stuff. If you try a new strat and it works, and everybody's doing copycat Dota, you can really take advantage of that, you know, because you might be able to predict what your opponent's going to do and work around that. So I think it pays to be smart. That's why I always think the teams that do well at LAN events and stuff are the ones who can pull out a few strats out of the playbook.
Yeah, and just like have something unique, right? That even if it's something that's been done before, it hasn't been done like recently, which is well, we'll see a smoke gank here actually. OSG.
This CM is going to be very sad again, I think, unless she can hide.
No,
she must have known something was up.
Yeah, sometimes when you're like when I'm yanking a storm, I like to just occasionally drop remnants, and well, that's what happens is you get that flying vision from the remnant, and you see the Luna lurking in the trees. So Scooby Doo.
I didn't know they gave you flying vision. I'm going to have to play Storm in a bit. But that's an RP.
Well,
poor old Scooby-Doo. He's in trouble.
I mean, they did drop an RP and a global, but they killed Storm, and it's still pretty early game, so I think it's worth it. Now we'll see Mirana here on the hunt, trying to find Bulk. How do you say that name anyway?
Book?
Well, he's got like that.
Boo! Just boo! Exclamation mark. Like boo? Okay. Let that. I don't know. Maybe
boo!
Like
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, like that sort of. Yeah, maybe.
See, like the thing is, all right. So they kill the Storm, right? Global RP, good kill, definitely a good kill. But Mirana has Midas. Prophet's gonna Midas soon, and if they have to use 2 ults to kill one of the farmers, and the other 2 are still farming. I don't know if it's enough. Like, for me, Flipside, it's not that they shouldn't be doing that. This is just kind of where their draft fails a bit, is they have to use two globals, 2 3-minute cooldown ultimates. Well, sorry, Magnus ult isn't 3 minutes, but it's like a minute, a little over a minute and a half. That's a big commitment, and now the rest of the heroes on OSG can just free farm. So it's just kind of their lineup. Like as you mentioned, OSG has so many like spammable lockdown spells. They've got the Storm Pull. Obviously, Lion Hex Impale is amazing, and even Fiend's Grip and Sleep and Mirana Arrow. So OSG can fight often, whereas Flipside can only fight occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, sort of team fight, Luna and Silencer and RP as well, and Elder Titan for God's sake. As you say, if they can get there, it's a pretty scary lineup. But they've taken the first tower. Remember that.
And they are going for like the greedier build on the Luna. She's got Helm on the Dominator first, not rushing a BKB, and should be looking to stack Ancients, but they're actually warded here. Top lane station on Big Num. Tries to TP out, there is no global available, and he'll get out. Nicely done.
You made it. Made it 33 seconds until Enlight had the thing. And now he's got his hand of money too. If they'd killed him, that would have set him back by like a couple of minutes. 12 minutes for the Midas on Prophet. That seems kind of late to me. Is that normal for offlane Prophet? I've never played him there.
It's a little bit slow, I would say, but it's not bad. Like for offlane Prophet, because he was like actually in the offlane top lane will have a sleep into a grip, and yeah, that's a dead Luna. Brain Sap is actually has the stick charges, so she'll be able to pop them, and down she goes. Yeah, for offlane Prophet, who's actively sitting in the lane and blocking camps a lot, and he also went phase boots first, so yeah, this is pretty good Prophet farm actually. He was up against the tri lane, and he has 46 CS. He did go woods for a bit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like the Bane was there, and then Prophet was in the woods for a little while, but still, yeah, he's having a good start. And well, when RP and Global, even when they have them up, they still don't have a great initiation. Like, who leads the way for this team? You just need a Blink on Magnus. That's pretty much the only way they can get in range.
He's 100 gold from that, by the way. He's that close. He's actually going to walk over. I don't know if he'd sell something. I'm intrigued. I always sell stuff to get items sooner, and people are always like, why'd you do that? Like, you should put it in your stash or something. Like, sometimes I'll sell something that's a part of a mech to buy another part of a mech sooner. Like, it's just a kind of a bad habit.
That's an awful habit. That is. I'm not gonna like. Oh, that's okay, P-Flex. No, that's a bad habit.
Yeah, it was
bad
P-Flex. Bad habit.
Bad P-Flex.
Because I just want to have it. I'm like, cool. I get a buckler now. Oh, this is a dead Luna, I think.
And yeah, and they have global, they have RP, but you know, it's like, first of all, do you want to risk using those spells? And if you do, OSG can just back, and then you've wasted your 2 globals, and you can't do anything. So they just have to let her die, and they'll try and go bottom instead. They do have the blink on Magnus, but OSG already backing off.
Yeah, that's big. The problem is, like, OSG, you've got good escape, I think, with the Mirana ult. It's so hard. Like, you don't know when they're coming. It's easy to escape if the initiation goes bad. I think I really like OSG's line up here.
Oh, no fear. Maybe you should have tanked that arrow, because they were baiting your bottom lane. Global comes out, but they haven't connected on RP. Where's the RP, man? Where's the RP? No RP. They get the kill on Lion.
I think they delta split pretty well. And top, they're going to lose a tower top here. So yeah, all right. Well, they killed the Lion. He's died a bunch of times, actually. I think is that the 3rd time he's died?
Second.
Second time he's died. Okay.
They're desperate for the greater good though, because they got the tower top. They're still farming, and they used global there. They did hold on to RP, but if he had just blink RP'd immediately, I think the problem was Aloha didn't expect Enlight to global, so he canceled the RP thinking, okay, this Mirana's just going to leap away, but actually could have 2-man RP'd, and I think they would have gotten the kill. So Unfortunate
they don't
for
even Flipside don't even get this bot tower. Actually, they have to go back because wisely, Prophet is keeping the push top on this tier 2, just forcing the TP back.
Would you buy an actual rat, like just a really tacky like rat cosmetic for Prophet if he was just like a gigantic rat? I would.
What? So like just replace his costume with just a rat costume?
Yeah, like forget about the lore, forget about, you know.
He just I would love to see that. Like you see those guys like giving out leaflets or whatever, and they're dressed as a chicken or whatever. Just literally a rat costume with a tail, Prophet's head poking out of a hole in the front, just a giant rat costume. I would buy the hell out of that.
Dude, I would pay good money. That would be the first like cosmetic I would buy at full price, like as soon as it got released.
That would never get in the game. People would be like, oh, my lore! The lore is being destroyed!
Dude, people got
just like a rat.
Yeah, like people got so mad when the We Play Justin Bieber Courier got released. And I personally thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I was make no mistake about it. It was an awful courier, and it was an awful name for a courier. But it was so bad, it was good, at least for me.
Yeah.
So.
It's. I mean, it just goes back to like the Alpine Ursa and stuff. I think people. I kind of get it because otherwise we'd have people running around dressed as bananas. You'd have people running around looking like hamburgers with legs. You know, I'd buy all that stuff. But it would completely destroy the game as any kind of serious game.
It's fine when it's the one item, but it's like, if there's like an outpouring of shit items, then the game just kind of falls apart.
It would be nice if there was a mode that you could turn on where, like, you have two kinds of item that you can equip at once. You can equip your goofy, stupid, dressed as a giant rat outfit and your other outfit, and people can toggle a switch that says serious Dota or like I don't give a damn Dota, so you could just dress as whatever the hell you like. That would be good. And they sold twice as many hats. Valve, I hope you're listening.
Yeah, here we go. Flipside, first big gank of the game. They'll go for an RP here on the Storm. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
They still have global here. They could probably push. It's a bit scary for OSG. Their team fight is not very strong, and even with... Oh, arrows could bid. Don't go in on that. Uh-oh. Global, yeah.
Oh man, I see that so often. That's so funny.
It's like you hit the arrow and something, dude, something compels you to go in. It's like I have to go in. I hit a good arrow.
Oh man, God, that was funny. Yeah, that happens in pretty much every game I play. Someone lands any kind of skill shot stun, and it's like, go! It already charges anything. What are you doing? The time is not right.
No, you idiot! What are you doing? But you can't help yourself. It's just, it's a Dota player's like, it's like telling a dog not to eat food that's right in front of his face, right? It's just instinct as a Dota player.
They get that look on their face, like when you rest a biscuit on a dog's nose, right?
Oh, that's just cruel and inhuman.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't do it. Lion, by the way, has Blink, and I don't think he's fingered anybody in this game. He's sucked a bunch of people off, but he hasn't fingered anybody yet. So I'm looking forward to seeing when he manages to break out the finger.
Did you really just say that? He sucked a bunch of people off, but he hasn't fingered anybody yet.
What? That's just the name of the spells, LD. I don't know. You've got a dirty mind, son.
Oh my god. Okay, this cast is officially gone off the rails.
Scooby! He gets away. Run! Back to the mystery van or whatever the heck it's called.
I can't believe you said that. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, Scooby,
he lives.
He's gonna get
lives. Wait! Oh, the Marana.
Nice force stuff here by the Prophet.
You're not stuck. Be quiet, please. Be quiet. Sorry, Babby Flax 2 is angry because his scooter isn't working.
Which one's the more obnoxious Babby Flax? Or are they equally obnoxious?
Not just more obnoxious. What are you talking about? They're children, LD.
Like, if you had to pick one that you're like, you're a pain in my rear today. Who's the pain in your rear today?
Be quiet. Go over there.
Oh.
Yeah, I just had a raspberry blown at me. That one. That's the bad one there, LD. The one that's blowing raspberries at me. Anyway, back to the cast.
Yeah, back to the cast indeed. So, well, OSG, we are currently 19 minutes in. They lead by about 7.5k gold, 5k experience, and I mean, a lot of it just goes back to the draft. Like you rightly pointed out, OSG have lots of like spammable lockdown, and you know they can fight all the time. Whereas Flipside, they rely on the global, they rely on the RP. They needed the Blink Dagger first to fight, and they're just not that good against Rat Dota. Like, maybe they kill the Prophet, but then they probably have to use Global and Blink RP to do it, and then OSG can just push the other side of the map with ease.
Yeah, I'm just looking at their counter push, and this Luna? Uh-oh. This could be a big fight top, LD.
It's a trap! Inquisitor on the run,
Silence goes down. Guess who died?
Lion, but here they go to zip the pole, and see ya!
Yeah, that was not great.
Okay, so that's the one thing OSG shouldn't do, is dive under the enemy tower against global and RP.
Yeah.
As long as they just are more patient and like try to bait out those spells, like they did not have to take that fight at all.
No,
Maybe they lose the
slightest.
one hero, but like storm zipping in that was completely unnecessary.
The thing is, I guess, like, I haven't got to... Storm is coming up. I think he's, like, the next couple of heroes, actually. So, let me think. After I beat Starladder, he's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4... He's, like, 5 heroes time. I'll be up against Storm Spirit. And it is tempting when you can just go zip, zap, zoop. It's tempting to do it, right? So, I guess that's why he did it.
That hero's a lot of fun. He's... I would say, like, he's a little bit hard to learn at first, just because you have to manage your mana well, and... You kind of have to learn the limits of the hero, like how much mana it will take to zip up a hill or to go a certain distance. But we'll have a Blink Initiation here. The Pit, they wanted to steal the Aegis, and they will fail to do so. It goes to the Luna, and 2 down. Maybe more to follow here, but look how low they all are.
Yeah, that could have been. This could have been a cleanup crew. If you'd had like a Luna running in with her ult, then that could have been interesting. Arrow might just kill her one more shot. Yeah, there she goes, but it only pops the Aegis, so what are you going to do? Meanwhile, I mean, this is the thing. If they can, like, this is why I didn't understand why they took that fight that wasn't in their favor. All they've got to do is buy time for profit. Like, the giant rat costume is growing in stature, right? He's got, I mean, actually, he's got 4-star, which is kind of interesting.
What if that actually happened and he starts taking up, like, half the screen? And just,
turning into a giant rat.
Like a Godzilla rat, basically.
All the trees start turning into rats. Yeah. By the way, I've got the mushroom set that turns the trees into little mushroom men. Like
really?
that seems to me like one part of the game where they just said, you know what, whatever you want is fine. The tree ants don't have to look like a tree ant.
Yo, where's the my lord thing for?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, my lord.
It's like 1 minute they're trees, then they're little dudes that look like mushroom people. It's all over the place.
Reddit is a fickle animal. What can I say, P-Flex?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I mean, this is a group of people who managed to hate on Cyborg Matt now. Come on. How can you hate on that guy? But,
Jesus. Anything is possible.
And yeah, anything is possible.
Lion blinks away. I wonder if the blink dagger is going to save him. Yeah, seriously, it's like, yeah, you know, it's the internet, man. It's the internet. He's 04. I have not seen him give someone a zapper in a sort of kill fashion yet, although he might have used it in a fight.
Actually, that's a good topic for discussion while we're on the subject, is what is the most satisfying spell in the game? Like, for me, I think nothing is better than Figure of Death. It's got, like, just that visceral, like...
No.
Pow right in the kissa.
No. Culling Blade, dude. Culling Blade.
Okay. Yeah, that's
There
fair.
is nothing better than a mass culling with the Culling Blade. Like, I've got 3 in a fight one time. That was the best feeling in my life, including the birth of my children. It was incredible. It was just like everybody in game can't help but just punch the air. It's just the best. A cull, I mean, the cull is like literally the slam dunk. You posterize the enemy. That's like in basketball, they talk about posterizing, right? Where you literally, like when you dunk someone so hard that it's like a poster, and you're just like gliding above them, and they're just this little helpless creature below you. That is the one time you get to posterize someone in Dota is with the Culling Blade.
Yeah, and I love the change now where you can just keep on dunking. It's like perma-dunks.
That's why you have to get mana boots on Axe. Like, anybody still getting tranks or anything else on Axe, you get mana boots, you can cull until the cows come home. That is what you've got to do. Your entire team should be built around it. It's too good not to.
You could get, like, Soul Ring or sometimes even Bottle and, like, Magic Stick is enough, but...
No. Mana boots. You've got to cull. You can't get the whole point of playing Axe is to build towards the Mega Rampage cull, where you actually get a Rampage just with Culling Blades.
The whole point, huh?
The dream. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Ult is up, so if they need to run away, they can Mirana ult here, by the way, but I don't think they're just going to leap away. See, because of that mobility, you got Leap, Storm Spirits, you got Blink, you got TP from Prophet. That, like, they shouldn't have been taking that fight. That fight top was one of the worst things.
Yeah, that fight top was really bad. And
but look at this, though. They pushed in all their outer towers. This is Rat Dota at its best right here.
It's gonna...
I know.
It's gonna be hard to break the base for OSG, though. Like, they're not a good high ground lineup at all. I mean, the way they can get into high ground is finding pickoffs, right? Like an Arrow, a Storm Gank, the Lion Blink Hex. They're very mobile, and they're very good at finding the kills, but if it ever comes to a 5v5 clash, they're gonna have to be like 20 to 30k gold ahead to take a fight versus Flipside, or all the big cooldowns have to be down.
They don't take that fight. I mean, this is literally like they've got a Blink on the Bane, Blink on the Lion, Storm Spirit. You've got Mirana Leap, and you've got Prophet being able to. He's actually got a 4-staff as well, so they should not be like that fight was like. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is not our fight. This is not what we're doing at all.
I actually thought they were just gonna bait out the big ults and then retreat, but they were just like, nah, fuck it. Let's go, guys. It's go time.
It's go time. I'm gonna zip into 5 people. Like that. Like they set up to not do that and then kind of did that. I don't know if that might cost them because. I mean, the thing is, look at the gold. They're actually back now in XP. It's almost level in terms of gold. It's only like a 4K. That's not that bad at 25 minutes.
And they have double Midas. They have double Midas. So like, if you remove the Midases, they're basically even on gold, and that's a big problem here because Flipside's breaking high ground and they're not split pushing fast enough. This Prophet still has like 2 waves to go before it gets to the base. They might not break it here for Flipside, but they get the second to last outer tower, and getting these towers is really catching up in terms of gold. I mean, now the gold lead is basically, it's less than the cost of the 2 Midases. So OSG, we can't state it enough just how bad that fight was for them. They had like a comfortable handle on the game before it, and it's not that they're out of it now, but they've definitely lost kind of control, and they've lost the tempo that they were striving for earlier.
I mean, the other thing is like, once the towers go down, that you kind of find this equilibrium between the lanes, and then Prophet's got that much more work to do, even with the netbook, to push everything back out. What they had was, they had a stage where all these tier 1s and tier 2s were down. They still had tier 2 towers. I think that was the time to just go for full-on Rat Doto. Go for the old distraction fight. Zip in, distract people, get some TPs, and then zip out and leave Prophet to do his thing. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can pull it back.
Oh, sorry. Mirana shot an arrow, and then Magnus just went for a Blink RP, but she leaped out in time. So.
Oh, wow. Oh, and he missed it. Oh, that's down.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when RP's down, they just... I mean, they need that to fight, and they also need it to gank, basically, so...
Why has he got a BKB and a Blink Magnus?
The Magnus?
I guess they got a ridiculous amount of disables. So
that's basically why. He needs it, so... Well, because when you blink in RP, if a Lion's really quick on the reactions, he could just hex you, because it is an instant cast, so... and if he hexes you, you're just going to die. So ideally, you BKB, you blink in, you RP. There is still a Fiend's Grip, yes, but most of the damage for OSG to this point is magical damage, so... it's a good pickup, but it's just hard for them. Like, I feel like Flipside just need more range and more lockdown. Like, building towards a Scythe would be nice, but who's going to build it? Actually, Silencer is quite farm. I didn't even realize that. But Enlight is Ultimate Orb. Weird that he went for a point booster, though. Silencer Ag's upgrade is nice, but...
It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, I feel like they need that hex, though.
They've got the Mirana ult, I guess, and it goes through BKB and stuff, but... Well, we'll see.
I mean, all the Silencer Eggs upgrade does is increase it by 1 second at each level, which... I mean, to me, like, you'd much rather have the hex. Casual point booster is okay for the stats, but... Like, I guess the upshot is they need that hex. Until they get that hex, Flipside just cannot really guarantee pickoffs without RP, or maybe even global as well, which is... big investment, and we'll actually see a very late Midas pickup from Ink Visitor, so OSG, triple Midas Dota, hand of money Dota.
A line has been drawn on the map. Do you see this line? Go! They're saying go, and they've commanded them, and they're just going to push. I guess, well, they've got Elder Titan and Maiden, I guess could probably hold off Prophet, and maybe even one other, and just sort of go for the push. I mean, what are they going to fight, Luna, Silencer, Mag? No, they can't.
They can with 5. I don't think they can with the 2 that are here, but that's the thing is, when 2 are back defending for Flipside, OSG can suddenly have 5 bottom, or 5 top, and so Flipside will just back off. And the other thing is they're close to some big item pickups. The Silencer, not that close to the Hex, but you look at Luna almost as Butterfly, that's a really big item for her. It makes your illusions a lot stronger, they do a lot more damage, and obviously your main hero is harder to kill. The other thing for Flipside is they want this Roche, about 2 minutes to go, and when you're trying to break the base, and you ideally you want the Aegis so that you could just reserve RP and global, let Luna sit in the front lines, and even if like you have that security where if she dies, you can still once she respawns have the huge team fight and look to win it. So
yeah, you just want someone to have the Aegis, run up, force the fight, and then you can RP on the back of it.
Aye, matey.
Yeah, we'll see. It's actually been quite a they've only got 8 kills for this Genki lineup. That's quite sort of...
Is this Russian Dota?
In a 20 kill game?
20 kills in 29 minutes? These Russians are not doing their job. Not living up to the Russian Dota reputation.
How has Starladder been so far, by the way? I haven't caught much of it.
It's been good. There's been some really good games. I have not actually watched as much of it as I would like. Hold that thought. Global top lane. Big Visitor going to get caught out here, and easy kills.
Yeah, the arrow missed. It actually hit creeps. I think they were going for the lion blink, in, and then he could stun into the arrow from Mirana. But she's going to follow up now. Mag blinks away. He's going to TP back.
Oh, got the Luna! Oh, that's such a big kill.
I'm better than this.
And there's arrow catches Luna. She's going to die here for sure. There you go.
Man,
Give her the zapper,
you're so
down she
laggy.
goes. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Skype is really bad. What is up?
Yeah, you were like 4 seconds behind, at least on my end. Let me call you back real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it's fixed now. I guess we'll see.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Is that any better?
Yeah, I'm at 30, 17, 30, 18, blah, blah, blah. How's that?
Yeah, wait. You're like 4 seconds behind me.
Really?
I'm at 30 right now.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. No, I guess it was just Skype lagging. I was gonna say, how is that even possible? That would be so weird.
That wouldn't be possible.
4 seconds behind is 4,000 milliseconds, so you'd have 4,000 ping.
Yeah. Yeah. No, thank God.
Not the case.
No, Skype is kind of funky. You know, it is what it is. This could be. I think this is risky as hell from OSG.
They know Global's on cooldown, so they feel more confident to take this Roche. And Luna's dead as well.
Still, you've got an RP.
Yeah, and he does have BKB, but, I mean, this is where what you mentioned comes into play, which is OSG have so much mobility. So, if the Magnus ever blinks into RP, even if he BKBs, Storm should be able to get away. Luna, or rather, Mirana might be able to sleep away, because, I mean, Leap's actually, like, the one thing about it as an escape spell, it's worse than Blink in a lot of ways, but the one thing that's really good is you just press one button, right? You don't have to, like, press Blink and then click where you want to blink. You just press the one button and it automatically moves you. So it makes it, like, easier to just, like, instant reaction leap away to safety.
Yeah.
In that respect.
She's got her butterfly now, by the way, Luna.
And that's kind of a missed opportunity for OSG if they don't get this Roche now, because with Global coming off cooldown, RP online, and the Luna coming to the Roche pit, this could be very bad. This could be very bad.
Yeah. Smoke here, too.
They need to back. They do not want to fight in the pit.
There's Sleep. Catches 3 with the RP. That is nice. CMO 2. Holy mackerel. And they're going to get this Roche too. That's got to be game.
That's one of those moments where, like, you see the car wreck coming and it just happens anyway. Like, that was so obviously a bad idea for OSG. I guess they felt like if they gave up the Aegis to Flipside, then they might just get high grounded and they couldn't split push fast enough to punish it. But yeah, that's the one thing about this Flipside lineup. When they have Global, when they have RP, and when they have Luna ult, or just BKB at this point, I mean, they can't take the fights. They really can't.
A damn shame. I like the Genki lineup. I do like the Genki lineup. It seems like more action, but they didn't really.
You say that, but they have 9 kills in 32 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. It was kind of funny. They kind of went for a combination of Gank and Rat Dota, but they couldn't keep the pressure up on Flipside. So yeah, interesting. I don't think the picks were the worst, but the problem is if you don't execute your Gank Rat Dota, you're up against this Luna, who's basically got pretty much everything she needs now to just run at you and kill you.
Yeah, I mean, they're like you said. I mean, they picked a Rat Dota gank lineup, but they're kind of playing it like a team fight lineup. I mean, not fully, but they're just committing to fights that aren't really the best. They're like trying to force a Roche when they don't really need to, and when they're not like equipped to do it effectively. And you know, once you start making those decisions and they don't work, the next fights get harder and harder to take. So it's got the snowball effect now for OSG. Where they got to stop doing it, but it might actually be too late. Luna's up to 21k net worth, and remember, this Luna is not. It's like not just to carry Luna who's farmed, and like really freaking farmed, but she's got the Elder Titan aura on her side, so she hits.
Yeah,
it's like a freight train with an extra freight train coming in from the side as well. It's a lot of damage.
That's the craziest thing.
Oh, and Empower, which I completely forgot to mention. I mean, when you BKB, you remove the Empower, but yeah, she's gonna hit like a truck.
Yeah. I guess if you've got the Aegis, you can get empowered, run in, fight until you die, then BKB anyway, because you don't BKB until the Aegis is gone anyway, so it's a good combo, right?
Yeah, exactly. And looking at her BKB, 10-second duration, has yet to use it this game, so...
Dang.
I mean,
and
even
against
if
a team with, like, this many disables, she just hasn't had to use it.
Yeah, that's amazing, actually, when you think about it. And you look at the Luna, 3, 3, and 8, I mean, does have a few deaths to her name, but... Wow, Magnus is 6-0 and 6 actually, and the Silencer 3-0 and 5. Flipside have some players that are really just they're pitching a shutout so far. Very impressive.
I think it's interesting that they've got Let's Chill is a stand-in for Flipside in this game, right? It says they're stand-in .Let's Chill. That's what they put.
Yeah. They're not even using their full lineup. At this point, some of these matches, I don't know if this one does specifically, but the way Starladder works is if you finish at the bottom of the group, you actually can get knocked down to the Pro Series for the next season. So these games may still matter for determining who's in the Star Series next time around.
Right, but I mean, like, they've got the stand-in, and I think it's kind of... How often do you get the stand-in just play the #1 spot? Like, I think that's kind of interesting.
Well, sorry, what?
I guess it depends. It depends on who they get. I'm just saying, like, they've got this. He's the stand-in for the team, and they said, "Well, you can play the carry." I think it's kind of.
I mean,
they must have a lot of faith in this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, personally, for me, I feel like standing in as carry is probably the. It depends on the game. If you're going aggressive tri lane against a strong lane, or like if you're trying to do like a more risky draft or style, then yeah, putting someone who's not a part of your main roster and carry can be tough. But if you're just like farming safe lane, then I would say like. That's probably one of the easiest roles to put a stand-in on.
Yeah,
because all he's got to do is last hit creeps, and obviously everyone in a Starladder game is capable of last hitting creeps pretty easily.
Indeed, and he's at 347 for 15, so 347 last hits. That's pretty darn good.
I feel like putting the stand-in on like the solo mid role or a support role is actually more demanding in general. I mean, it depends on the player, what they're comfortable with, of course, but I would say like all things being equal, if I were the stand-in, I'd most prefer to play carry, and that's just because like all you got to do is last hit creeps and show up to fights when it's appropriate, and you can kind of count on the team to control the tempo for you. So.
Hardly have any buttons to push whatsoever. Just turn up, right click, win game.
Basically, what we're saying is carries are easy, and everyone should pick them every game. We'll see an arrow fly here top, but not going to connect on the silencer, and they're not ratting fast enough. Prophet's pushing mid, but. He is, even if he gets to the mid tower and starts trading, he's not going to push as quickly as Aluna with Empower and Manta, a Butterfly. She's just going to destroy this tower. And here comes the big team fight. And, no, just asleep to start. Now the Mirana initiation. They are prepared here with the Sentry. Now a Blake Skewer. Easy kill on the Bane, and tower's going to fall. Prophet's ratting, but ain't ratting fast enough, it feels.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I think even with the network creeps, he should get the tower, but...
Not going to get the Rex. Unless they just want to trade... Well, actually, they can't trade mid, because mid tier 2 is still standing, so they should back after this, and they will do so.
They're going to lose the tower, but that's it. I mean, that's the strength of Rat Dota is even when things aren't going your way, maybe they could try and catch his Prophet now. He's going to walk away.
Uh-oh. They'll find the Elder Titan here, but he has a BKB. His TP got cancelled. Did not BKB TP out, so now they might get two. They drop the Earth Splitter. Eclipse comes through, and Luna going ham. Scooby-Doo down. OSG Chomi maybe to follow. Silenced by the last word, and easily dealt with.
There's a finger for you. He killed Elder Titan. Zapped.
There's give him the fucking taser, man.
I would say she should run back in there. Come on. What are you doing? Get back in there. You got an Aegis. You got Manta. Charge.
He's also got Satanic, so next push, even harder to defend.
Yeah.
And Aegis still, how long does he have it for? He's still got it for like three minutes? I think 3 minutes, yeah.
3 minutes? Yeah. Okay. I can't see the reclaimed in, 2
Can they just give us a fucking digital clock? Like, I know it ruins your immersion and all that, but Jesus, dude. Especially if you're tired or it's been a long day. Oh.
Yeah, the spinny thing is kind of messed up. I don't really understand how it works.
Do you remember when this first came out and all the casters were completely fucking it up and misinterpreting it? Matt had to, like, release a guide to the clock. If your clock comes with an instruction manual, it's fucking complicated, man. I'm just saying.
I've got to say that if you need this, I think it's too much. Like it looks kind of like the moon, right? Like there seems to be, if you look at it from the right angle, it looks kind of like the moon. Just have it as a moon that gradually goes to a full moon, something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Rather than
I don't
know what the heck this means.
Anything but what we have currently, but.
Yeah, because you could explain it to me a million times, I still wouldn't fully get it. So wait, I think this is the countdown for 8 minutes, right? And then it's like another clock within that clock that goes in 3 minutes. Nice stun from Liner, he should be able to escape.
Yeah, and here comes the parade down the middle lane. This is full death ball status. Global cooling down in 25 seconds. So by the time they get to the base, they'll have global. Obviously, they already have RP, and OSG are gonna have to fight. Maybe they can get the mid racks, but they're gonna give up their own mid racks to do it. And being down 2 lanes of racks, like they don't have a follow up split pusher. They just have the Prophet, who's a good Rat Dota hero. And if they really want to commit to Rat Dota, I would have liked to see like a Desolator on the Mirana, something that will help you break the base faster. But at this point, it looks to be going MKB. This could be the end for OSG.
Yeah, I think if they lose 2 lanes of racks, I don't think I've seen many pro games. I'm trying to think of any I've seen where it's actually sort of.
You could come back if they had like a Phantom Lance or some really fast pusher, but
yeah. But they don't.
Sadly, they do not. Blink initiation here. They are going to try to go on in light, but he's very tanky. BKB's come out left, right, and center, and Storm does manage to bait out quite a few and zip away. Now the global deployed, not doing a whole lot. Prophet is ratting. He might get the bottom racks. The mid racks are exposed, but they've already taken 2, and now they'll TP out. Can they cancel any TPs? Arrow to fly? Nope, too late. And this is looking very bad for OSG.
Yeah.
They did lose the range racks bottom, but that's it. Not enough.
No, not enough. I mean, it's not enough that you're going to have to like leave someone behind to defend or be in a hurry. All they need to do is get 1 more lane of racks and then 1 little sort of half-dead range barracks, and that's Mega Creps, and that is the game. And
the worst part is the Brex they got was in the lane that Flipside wants to push next anyway, so they'll be pushing this lane out regardless.
I'm kind of surprised at how cautious Flipside has been. They still have the Aegis.
And they just took a Rax. I mean, they're not being that cautious.
Yeah, but just come on, let's go. Let's go. Good luck.
They could have stayed and gone for bottom, but I think their thought process is, we don't really want to trade. We'd rather just take Rax, push out the lanes, and then like never give anything up, because it is a little scary to get into a base race scenario with the Prophet, even if he's not that far. So.
Also, I mean, now Mag's like, well, now I have Refresher, so now we can definitely stay. So, yeah, he's got Refresher, so that's great for him, and I mean, now they're going to stay. Now they're just going to push down bottom fight.
Here comes the death ball. Dun, dun, dun. Mirana,
just been
working on the range
retimed,
tracks.
so
that's nice.
Yeah. Sorry, if the Skype call's a bit funky, I have no idea what it is. I guess it's just a, UK to LA thing.
Yeah. It was fine before. Maybe it's our new places in a different location and the routing's worse or something.
I just think it's Skype.
Probably just Skype being shit. We should really switch to Mumble. The thing with Mumble that's annoying though is like everyone's got to have the same info and you like set up. So anytime you cast with somebody new who doesn't already have it, you've got to get them. Like first of all, most people don't have it installed and stuff. So it just becomes a pain.
I guess,
if once you're set up to use it, it's fine.
Because I find that Skype breaks up a lot more than
it is. It's definitely shit compared to. And who will go up the bottom lane? Big initiation comes out. Double RP available. Magnus does get pulled, but he's gonna get it off. Everybody melting, and yeah, this is GG.
Yeah, RP's still gone there. That's 3 dead. So yeah, Flipside didn't lose a single dude in that entire fight. Because what can they do?
And it just goes back to those earlier fights that OSG took that they really did not have to take at all. Like if they had not taken those fights, if they had they just seemed kind of I doubt their commitment to the Rat Dota. Like, they didn't go for the best Rat Dota items, and I would have liked to see a Desolator for the Mirana in this game if you're trying to base race at all, and I don't know, Prophet got a BKB, much more of a fighting item, not a good Rat Dota item, and just OSG, they seemed like their heart wasn't in it.
I didn't quite get the... Yeah, it was weird, like you said, I mean, look at that, there's 12 kills in a 40-minute game. With a lineup that looked like it was a gank-heavy lineup, so I just think I don't know whether
blink double blink on these great initiators. You'd think it's just like constant kills, but not the case.
Yeah, strange. Okay.
Well, P-Flex, are you sticking around to cast more, or do you have to run?
No, I don't have to run. If you need someone to cast another game, LD, I'm there.
I need you, buddy. I need you.
I am there, friend. I'm there.
Okay.
Can we take a sec?
Yeah, sure, definitely. The new lobby should be up, so just hop in. It should be the same password, but. P-Flex, thank you for joining me for this first game. This concludes OSG vs. Flipside. It's our final day of Starladder group stage action. If you guys enjoyed Pyrian's casting, you can follow him on twitter.com/PyrianFlex. You can also check out his YouTube. Lots of awesome raps and funny videos there. YouTube.com/Ted himself. But guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be coming back very soon with your second of 3 remaining games for the day. Stay tuned.